Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today, today we are doing a chit chat. Get ready with me. So let's go ahead and get into it. I have nothing on my face. I will be sure to make sure that I have everything that I used in the description box because I'm going to be just chatting and doing my makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. I washed and moisturized. I've been using this Farsali Unicorn essence. I got the mini bottle during the Sephora VIB, and I mean, I don't know that I've noticed anything life-changing. I don't know. I don't know that it helps my makeup last. Honestly, true tea, I don't know what this thing does, okay? So I haven't noticed anything ravishing about my skin here recently, but you know how social media products and Instagram hype goes. Speaking of, that's what we're talking about today. So, you know, I have Instagram, obviously, and I'm on YouTube. I have a little YouTube channel going on, my boss babe community. I love you guys, and I just wanted to chit chat about just maintaining your privacy in oversharing on social media, and particularly Snapchat for that matter. Like, I'm not a huge Snapchatter. However, I can say this. I have unfollowed some people on Snapchat. I've also unfollowed some people on YouTube because of the things that they post on Snapchat. Now, that's not me like being judgmental, because I'm the first one to admit it right now. Like, we all have said and done things that, you know, we're not exactly proud of. However, I just feel like when you're in the forefront, you know, and you have over 1 million people looking at you, I'm not saying being fake, because I'm not a fake person. However, I'm not someone that's just reckless, you know, with my mouth and my platform. Like, I don't do that. Like, I'm a brand. I have my own little business, Amber Wallace Artistry. I'm a professional hairstylist and makeup artist. I'm licensed. That's what I do. My YouTube channel, it's fun for me. I love it. My blog, it's fun for me. But at the end of the day, Amber Wallace Artistry is my brand. You know, that is how I book my clients. That's how I get bridal opportunities for makeup and hair, special events, fashion shows. Like, that's the bulk of my business. So, you know, I'm running my own brand. I'm my own CEO. So, you know, you have to just really be mindful of the things that you're putting out there, you know. And I just feel like sometimes people, they go nuts and they overshare. Like, you know how sometimes you can learn something about somebody and it can just kind of turn you off further from them. I mean, that's just human nature. Sometimes we see things we don't like, and I'm the kind of person where, especially on social media, you have to have etiquette. Like, some people are just tacky, you know, and they'll just get up here and say some crazy stuff. But I'm the kind of person where if I don't like something, I don't say anything. I just delete it. Like, if you don't hear me talk about a certain product, it's probably because I don't like it. And I don't need to bash it, you know. I'll say, hey guys, I don't like X, Y, and Z, but that's the end of it. But if I see something I don't like, I unfollow. And I think that's what people tend to realize. It's just like, you know, I'm not saying don't have your fun or, you know, don't be honest, but at the same time, sometimes you can learn a little too much about people just from what they post, and it kind of gives you an insight on the kind of person that they are and the character that they are. And I'm all about vibes and discernment. I thank the Lord every day for blessing me with discernment, and just even with people I come in contact with, like, I can instantly tell, okay, yep, cool, or you know what, I don't know about you. And anytime I get that feeling where I don't know about you, I just kind of pull it in, bring it back, because I have to guard myself and protect myself, you know what I mean? So I just feel like people, they don't really think about the things that they post, especially on the lines of the beauty community. Everything don't need to be shared, you know. For instance, I know for me, like, I'm aware that I don't have like a ton of young followers, but I have teenage clients, and I know they're looking at my stuff, and you just have to be mindful of what you're putting out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have teenage clients and I do their parents' hair, and I never want to be out there promoting something, doing something, you know, to that my younger clients see, and then, you know, they go show their parents or tell their parents about, and then their parents don't like it, and now guess what? Now I've lost clients, which means that's cutting into my coins, which means that's cutting into my business, and I got bills to pay, you know? So you just have to really be mindful of what you're putting out there. Maintaining your privacy. Like, I love my YouTube channel. I love you guys. I love coming up here and talking and chatting with y'all, and, you know, just shooting the breeze, and most of all, just helping. I love helping. I love being a service to women. Just, it's a really empowering thing just to be able to help somebody, because I know me, like, I've had a serious life journey. Like, where I am today, if you would have told me 5 years ago this is where I would be, I would be like, yeah, no. I always say, you know, I definitely was not born with a silver spoon. This is the most I've ever had in my life. To the average person, what I got isn't a lot, but that's okay. I don't care. However, you know, I've worked my behind off to get to where I am. And I just feel like, you know, the whole oversharing, like, what I have is very, very intimate to me. Like, you're not gonna see me ever doing, like, I don't know, like a house tour. No, because you guys will see, you know, in my room that I film in. Oh, I'm using Fenty Beauty Foundation, by the way. You guys will see my beauty room, because this is what this room is for. You know, it's for my filming purposes. But you don't need to be all in my bedroom. Like, no, that's a little too much for me. You know, I don't like that. Or something else, like, I get it when you watch people after a while, you know, you feel like you feel like you have a connection with that person. You know, you watch them, you feel like you know them, you know. And as far as relationship, I get this a lot. We're probably going to switch gears to relationships. I've had so many people say, oh, well, even like at work or clients, like, are you and Murillo okay? And I'm like, yeah. Like, why wouldn't we be all right, you know? And the comment that I get after that all the time, this is the Nars Soft Matte Concealer, is, oh, well, you never post anything about him, or, well, you never say anything about him. And I'm thinking, that's why my relationship is successful, because I don't do that. Like, I'm not the kind of girl that has to, you know, post every moment. Oh my gosh, look at what my man did for me, or oh my gosh, he took me here, or he bought me this. Ladies, your man is supposed to be nice to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to do sweet things for you. One thing that I always say is, like, dating is rough. And I feel like these girls, well, women, they give these men praises for things that they supposed to do anyway. You know, it's just like, sis, I can't, like, okay, yeah, I'm happy he's being nice to you, but he should always be nice to you. Oh, he held the door open for me. Well, duh. Like, I live in the South. Like, that's just what you do, you know. Men hold the doors open for women, you know. I hold the door open for elderly men and women. I hold the doors open for mothers or children or anybody behind. That's just what I do, you know. So when women get excited about these things, or, you know, they're out there shooting all these praises, like, oh, well, my man bought this and my man bought that for me, it's kind of like, you look silly. Because if I get up here and mention every time Murillo did something nice for me, and this isn't at all me like trying to like push anything in anybody's face, but if I got up here and talked about, oh, well, Murillo did this for me, or Murillo bought this for me, y'all get sick of me, because guess what? He's nice to me all the time. Now, don't get it twisted. It goes down. Like, when we fight, like, we go in. But I can say, you know, if I got up here and posted every time he did something nice for me, or every time he bought something for me, y'all would be like, okay, Amber, it's a little bit of an overkill. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not one to post about that stuff, just simply because, one, I'm not a lifestyle channel, I'm a beauty channel, and two, I just feel like that's just one of those things that needs to remain private, and in doing so, I really feel like that's why it is successful. We've been together for, this spring will be 4 years now. Cool. And something else like that I did, I actually just deleted this video this morning because I've kind of been thinking about it for a minute now, but just never got around to doing it. But last February, I did a video on interracial relationships because I thought it would be interesting. And over the summer, I had someone comment. It wasn't even on that video. It was on one of my videos. I'm not going to say which one it is because I don't want nobody to go in the comments, start going crazy. But they made a comment, and the video had nothing to do with relationships. And it was, to me, it was a comment in regards to my relationship. And I also felt like it was a borderline racist comment in regards to him. And I can handle it, you know what I mean? If you're going to say something about me. But listen, when you start talking about my man, it's going to get ugly. So I decided just for myself that I was going to delete that video. Granted, did I think it was a cool video to do? Yes. However, I realized, okay, you can't do that. I'm not ready for that. The way my mouth is set up, I can't go there. So that's why I decided to delete that video, which is unfortunate. It's like, yes, you know, you can't let people, you know, you can't let people dictate what you do. However, it wasn't about letting someone's comment dictate me. It was about me realizing, oh shoot, okay, you're not ready to deal with that in regards to yourself and Marilla's relationship, just simply because I had never put it out there before. So yeah, maintaining privacy for sure. And that was the matte mineralized skin finish to set this with. I didn't want to use loose because typically I don't set Fenty, but because of this Farsali Unicorn essence situation here, I don't know if it's gonna make me oily or whatever. I just don't know. Okay, so I just feel like you have to, hold on, I can't talk and do my brows. You have to maintain a level of privacy just for your own sanity and your own well-being. All right, got my brows on. Switched it up today. I went back to the ABH Dip Brow. Hadn't used this in a long time. I need to go get my brows done because they're starting to get just a touch bit crazy. The left brow here, I mean, I know brows aren't twins. Mine, they're supposed to be sisters, but they don't even look related. They look like a second cousin twice removed. Anywho, whatever, we're gonna leave it alone. Still sticking to social media here, you know, but switching gears a touch. Holidays are here, y'all. Bring you in so I can do my eyeshadow. Holidays are here. So you know what that means. That means brands are pushing products like cocaine, you know? That's probably the worst analogy ever, but whatever. My advice to you guys, I say this a lot. Listen, don't let social media get your mind messed up, okay? I love social media. I call social media the gift and the curse. The gift because when used and utilized properly, man, oh man, it is good. The curse, when it's not utilized properly, girl, please do not feel like, and this is no shade if you have these things, these are just the most stereotypical things that I see. Don't let social media feel like you need to look a certain way. You guys know what I mean. This is like, and maybe this is judgy, this is just what I've seen, but the social media look, you know, the long 22 inches, the overly thick brows, cut crease, Concord, that's the city of North Carolina, the contoured face, the long fingernails. Listen, don't be an Instagram clone. Be your own person. You don't have to look like that if you don't want to, you know? You don't have to wear the Fashion Nova jeans if you don't want to. On another note here, don't let Instagram get your mind messed up. All this stuff, and I'm gonna probably do a video on this too, all the new makeup that's coming out, y'all, you don't need it. I'm telling you, is it nice to buy things? Yes. Is it nice to splurge things? Splurge on yourself, absolutely. Kylie purple palette, by the way. All that stuff is nice. However, my foundation video that I did when I was throwing away my foundation collection, that showed me a lot. That really, really, really hit me a little bit harder than I realized, because one, I was very disappointed in myself because a lot of those products, of course, they were bought for my YouTube channel, so they weren't for a waste. So they weren't a waste in that sense. However, what I should have done was maybe buy it, try it out, and then return it, or get a sample enough to try it out, give it a good run. But the fact that I threw away all of that foundation broke my heart, because I'm like, I could have been a blessing to someone. I could have gifted it. I could have donated it to a women's shelter, a cosmetology school. I could have done so much stuff with that. But because I was buying into the what's poppin', you know, what's hype on social media right now, because I bought into that, in the long run, I lost money. And that was not smart on my part. That was super irresponsible. 2018 for me is going to be the year of being responsible with my money, because I'm 29. I will be 30 in 2018, and I'm kind of like, look, girl, you're grown, but now you're about to be like a legit real adult, and you got to start really thinking about your future. You know, you want to buy a house soon. Like, there's things that I want to do, and there's goals, and I have to save money a certain way in order to make these things happen. So don't be buying into the social media hype. You don't have to have that highlighter. You don't have to have that foundation. You don't have to have that eyeshadow. Believe it or not, talking to myself, look in the mirror, you don't have to have that eyeshadow, Amber. Y'all, eyeshadow gets me in trouble. That's the one thing that just, it gets me every single time. I am legit a hardcore eyeshadow junkie. All right, so mascara, and I lined a little shadow under my waterline here. We got to put on some bronzer. Something else that I see too a lot that cracks me up, and this is probably more of like an Instagram thing here. It is perfectly okay to be inspired by somebody. I get inspired by people. However, I get so sick of the hashtag goals. Like, you need to get your goals somewhere off of, you need to get your goals from somewhere else other than Instagram. Like, relationship goals, or, you know, friend goals, or no, what are some other real goals that you have? Like, and I'm not saying that if being in a relationship is a goal for you, absolutely have at it, but you guys know what I mean and where I'm going at. Like, everything is goals. It's just like, how about let's work on being a better person. Let's work on being nice to each other. How about women work on building each other up? Like, those are great goals to have. How about setting goals for your career and where you want to go? I'm just kind of like, oh, it really gets to me. And I think the relationship goals gets to me the most, because I think a question that I ask myself is, you're sitting here hollering relationship goals, but are you relationship material? Are you? That's legit something that you have to ask yourself, because I know at one point in time in my life, I was not dateable material. I was not. I had a lot of things, a lot of emotions. I can be still sometimes the kind of person that just holds everything inside, keep it pushing, keep it moving. And that made me a not dateable person. So while you're sitting here hollering relationship goals, you better ask yourself these questions like, am I relationship goals? You know, would a man want to be with me by the way that I act, how I present myself? Like, what do you bring to the table? I feel like so many women, you know, they feel like a man should roll out the red carpet for them, where that's all well and good and cool. However, what do you bring to the table? Like, what are you doing at this moment right now? God forbid, if something were to happen to Marilla where he was not able to work, I could hold it down. I know a couple of girls, no shade, they're in relationships, whether it be dating, married, or the case may be, they ain't got nothing to show for. So while you're sitting here hollering relationship goals and you're investing yourself into this man, you better start investing in yourself first, because for one, invest in thyself, because self comes first. And then not to mention that if you are with someone and God forbid something happens to them, you can't hold nothing down. So what good are you at that point? You know what I mean? Like, this is probably going in a whole nother direction. Thumbs up. Leave me a comment below if you want me to start doing like relationship type videos. I think that would be so dope. That'd be cool, especially me. I feel like I'm at a point now where I know a little bit about a little bit, got a little experience under my belt, but let me know if that's something that you would like to see. I think that would just be super fun, a little different to do. Also, something that I hear a lot. Y'all probably gonna laugh at this. And if it's you, I'm sorry. Like, no shade, not trying to be mean or anything, but I hear it a lot. Oh, well, he's not my type. I think that's juvenile, you know? I was that girl at one point, right here, raising hand, guilty. He has to look like this, walk like this, talk like this. Guess what? Maybe that's not what God intended for you. He might not be the one. You know what I mean? Not to mention, what if you're not your type's type? Then what are you gonna do? Then what? So meanwhile, you're around here chasing your quote unquote type. I think this is what did it for me. I realized that for me, it wasn't that I had specifically had a type, but just looking at my track record, I realized that I was attracting a certain type, and they all just so happen to look and talk and act and walk the same way. So I was like, okay, wait a minute, hold up, what's good? Like, why am I just getting and attracting this type? Because I was attracting that type, I correlated with, okay, that's my type. And then one day I was like, you know what, God? I want something totally different than what I had. I'm tired of it. Obviously, my type is not working for me. I think it's like that, what is it, that Ray Shimmered song, I ain't got no type. Girl, that better be you, because what's gonna happen is if you keep walking around here with that typing, you're gonna stay single. You know what I mean? It's not gonna do anything. I think Nick Cannon said it best. He was on the Wendy Williams show. Yes, I watch Wendy Williams, don't judge me. And she was asking him what his type was or who he liked. And he said it best. He said, I like who likes me. Let that sink in. All right, so let me shut up randomly. I'm gonna put a lip color on now. This is ABH Lip Gloss in Sepia. Alright guys, so this is going to complete the look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the get ready with me. I had a blast doing it. Let me know down below your thoughts, what you think. I'm really liking this look. I've been into more cool tone looks, which is a little different for me, but you know, I'm not mad at it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.